Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to GTW Wednesday Night Brawl. I'm your host, Infinite Fancy, and here we have the Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin, coming out. Now, I want to make myself perfectly crystal clear tonight. Since I retired, I've been enjoying the peaceful life at Stone Cold Ranch. I could wake up each morning, kiss my beautiful wife, pet my cat, go out to the farm, feed my horses, ride my big four-wheeler, sit down and enjoy a cold one. But I keep up with today's wrestling. Not just where I came from, but whenever it's on. And whenever you leave, and when you leave, you want to ask yourself, did I leave the company better than how I left it? And I have to say, I'm rather disappointed. Today's generation is soft. They lost the attitude that immortalized my era. When the glass shatters, I walk down the ramp. You know I will beat the living hell out of anyone that stepped to me. Very few today are willing to go the distance, to get their hands bloody. I began to realize I did not leave the business better than how I found it. Then I saw a man go by the name of John Moxley. I watched the chaos that man brings, the violence he is ready to endure, the attitude he brings to the ring every single night he walks down that ramp. Then I saw how he drove a 345-pound man through a barricade, beat the living God out of him to become World Heavyweight Champion. When I saw that, his only interest is not the belt, but the prestige, and acknowledges to elevate the talent, to weed out the weak, to bring pro wrestling back to its glory days. Now me and my wife, we're on the couch Christmas night watching Holiday Mayhem. As I'm watching Moxley winning the championship, I'm saying to myself, damn, what I want to give to get in the ring one last time and fight that son of a... I got on the phone with Mr. Charles Elliott saying, I want one last match before I retire for good. I said I wanted John Moxley. Charles said I can't just come out of retirement and get a title match. He said too many have already worked hard to earn it. And I said, hell Charles, I don't care if I get the belt. I just want to fight the SOB. So we made a deal. He said if I came out in my home city of Austin, Texas, and humbled a certain false god, he'd give me the match. He said if I took care of that greased up steroid-adored sack of lard, he would even give me a World Heavyweight Championship match. Now Moxley, I know you're here tonight. I know you can hear me. I'm going to ask that you come out here so I can say this to you man to man. Well, well, the Texas Rattlesnake himself. You decided to come out of retirement, and you think you come after something you did not earn? Shut up! Now you listen here, I earned that title match. I've been donating ounces of my blood to this business before you knew your ABCs. I retired before you even stepped into a ring, son. Now I'll give you this. You got the it factor. You're willing to put your body and soul on the line for what you believe in. You earned the right to become champion, so you can use that power to bring wrestling back to its glory days, and I respect you for that. Well, I'm here to tell you, man to man, I'm going to fly out to Greece, have a little vacation with my wife, buy her some nice European jewelry, have a gyro, maybe two, sit back and look at all the cute little Greek statues and have a cold one. And then when I see you at Grand Rumble, are you listening, son? When I see you at Grand Rumble, what? When I see you at Grand Rumble, I'm coming for that cute little trophy of yours, and I'm going to retire as your World Heavyweight title. And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so. Oh, and Moxley now attacking Steve Austin. And Steve Austin now fighting back. There goes Stone Cold with a shoulder tackle. We are now having an all-out brawl between the World Heavyweight Champion Jon Moxley and Stone Cold Steve Austin. And there's Moxley getting the punch on Austin. And a corkscrew by Moxley here. Here he comes, throwing Austin outside the ring. And Moxley with those kicks. He's bringing Austin up. And there's Austin coming back at Jon Moxley. DDT. And there's Austin throwing Jon Moxley into the barricade. Oh, what's he doing here? Stone Cold grabbing Moxley. He's bringing him up the vert ramp. He's heading towards the entrance stage. And there's Moxley throwing the elbows, trying to fight back. Stone Cold's not done with him yet. The two fighting by the entrance ramp here. And what's Stone Cold doing? He just threw him off the stage. Stone Cold sending a clear message to the World Heavyweight Champion Jon Moxley, saying, I will see you at Greece. What we got between here is two men about to go into an all-out war for the World Heavyweight title. Coming up next, here on GTW Brawl, we're going to be having the Women's Intercontinental Champion, Megan, going one-on-one with Brenda Bison. That's next, here on Brawl. Welcome back, everyone. And we're about to have Megan go one-on-one with Brenda Bison. This all started last week on Dystopia. Brenda Bison pleading to the Women's World Champion Rachel Rodriguez to fulfill the promise she never could and challenge Amanda Price, defending her women's title. Megan then came out saying that she defeated Amanda Price and is undeserving of a title match against Rachel Rodriguez. In order to defend her comrade's honor, Brenda Bison now challenging Megan one-on-one. No titles, all grudges, right here on Brawl.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from New York, the Women's Intercontinental Champion, Crimson Fox.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a comment from our live chat section from Bowling God 74 saying, ladies and gentlemen, the beer is cold and from the food court. So I'm ready for another epic night of wrestling from our amazing commenter. Thank you, Bowling God 74. I appreciate the comment right there. As you can see, everyone has their snacks from the food court and their cold beer as we're set to have Brenda Bison, the Russian assassin, go up against the Intercontinental Champion,
And
Megan.
her opponent, representing the red faction from St. Petersburg, Russia, the Assassin, Brenda Bison.
And look at the look of disdain on Brenda Bison, that focus. She was not happy about the words exchanged between her and Megan on Dystopia. And now Brenda Bison back at full gear, ready to put Megan's money where her mouth is. The Russian assassin slowly walking her way down the ramp. Not just fighting for herself, but for the honor of who she considers to be her comrade, Amanda Price. Amanda Price, who faced Megan for the IC title. Back at New Year's All-Star, came up short and was unable to secure the championship gold. Vice versa, Brenda Bison failed to win the Women's Championship from Rachel Rodriguez, thus unable to fulfill her promise of ever giving Amanda Price a rematch for the title. When Megan heard that Brenda Bison was asking Rachel Rodriguez to fulfill the promise for her, she got involved, telling them that they do not deserve to be champions. And now Brenda Bison ready to show Megan what a real women's champion can do. And here comes the bell. We're ready to get this show started in tonight's opening match here on GTW Brawl. Here comes the pin. Megan immediately going after Brenda Bison. Here comes the grapple. And Bison coming from behind. Megan trying to fight back. The Crimson Fox locked up against the Russian assassin. And here she comes with a headlock on the Brenda Bison. Bison struggling to fight out of this submission hold. And here she goes. Bison now getting to her feet. Trying to counter the Crimson Fox Megan here. And here comes an arm lock by Crimson Fox Megan onto Brenda Bison. See Brenda Bison struggling against her opponent here. And here comes Bison, reversing the arm lock onto Crimson Fox Megan. Amazing technical prowess by the Russian assassin. Megan struggling to get out of the hold. And here comes a headlock by Brenda Bison. She has Megan in the middle of the ring looking to win this match by submission as she tightens the hold. And there's Brenda Bison driving her knee into the back of Crimson Fox Megan. And a jawbreaker by Brenda Bison. Megan kicks her off. A reversal by Crimson Fox. And a tilt-a-whirl takedown by the Women's Intercontinental Champion. He now throws Bison against the ropes. And a huge power slam by Crimson Fox. And here comes Brenda Bison with those huge elbows into the ribs. She's dropping her technical wrestling prowess for those massive strikes. Trying to fight fire with fire, and it might have backfired as no one in the women's division can brawl like Megan. And here comes Megan driving those knees into the ribs of Brenda Bison as she has her against the ropes. Followed by a Samoan drop. And here comes the pin. One. And Brenda Bison immediately kicking out. You just see that brutal style of Megan driving that fist into the shoulder. Brenda Bison barely able to get to her feet here. And here comes Megan coming in. Backbreaker. You can see that amazing strength by Crimson Fox Megan as she was able to carry Brenda Bison with one arm into that backbreaker. And Brenda Bison with a wheelbarrow DDT reversing on Crimson Fox Megan. And now they grapple up. Here comes Brenda Bison with a fisherman suplex. And the two women going back and forth. Brenda Bison gaining the advantage. Look at those strikes. And Megan retreating out of the ring. It looks like she wants none of this. And here's Megan attempting to leave the match. Brenda Bison going after her. And a sucker punch. A sucker punch by Megan. It was a trap. Megan pretending to try and forfeit the match in order to bait Brenda Bison into a sucker punch. And now here they are, fighting ringside. Brenda Bison with those elbows. The referee beginning the ring out. Beginning the ring out count. And there's a big boot by Crimson Fox Megan, stomping away at Brenda Bison. And now Megan Fox throwing Brenda Bison into the ring. And here comes an armbar by Brenda Bison. Megan throwing Bison against the ropes. Tilt-a-whirl slam. And here comes the pin. 1, 2, and Bison able to kick out. Megan now on the second rope. The Crimson Fox ready for a high-risk maneuver. And Bison sees it coming as she steps out of the way. And a Russian leg sweep by the Russian Assassin. Now going for the pin on Crimson Fox Megan. 1, and Megan kicks out. Still early on in this match. Bison doing everything she can. Megan proving to be more than she anticipated. And here's a clothesline by Brenda Bison. And again, Brenda Bison locking in the arm lock. This time, Megan countering using the leg scissors. And what a counter by our Women's Intercontinental Champion. Bison comes in, scoop body slam. And there's Brenda Bison slamming Megan into the ring apron. Megan with a jawbreaker. And there's Brenda saying, no way. There's Bison being thrown back into the ring. And now Megan just showing off, trying to humiliate her opponent in this match. Crimson Fox making her way to the top rope. Waiting for Brenda to get to her feet. And a double axe handle by Crimson Fox Megan as she now takes control of this match against Brenda Bison, slowly dissecting her. Brenda Bison trying to go on the offensive, putting Megan Fox in a fireman's carry, and she's spinning around we go. After Slam didn't do it, getting dizzy certainly did. Megan reversing with the corkscrew. And now Megan once again going for another high-flying move. It connects. Here goes the pin. 1, 2, 3, and Megan beats Brenda Bison.
Here is your winner, Crimson Fox.
I have to say, that was an incredible win by Crimson Fox Megan. Brenda Bison, not an easy opponent to beat, but I guess this is why Megan is our Women's Intercontinental Champion. Hey sis. What do you want, Dio? Look, I said some things on Dystopia, and I'm not proud of it. You're my sister, and I love you. I would really like to put that behind us. I told you I'm not the one you owe an apology to. Steven is the one you punched in the face in the middle of his match. Jesus, you're still on about that? Look, I got us a match tonight. The two of us, if we win, we can move our way up the division for the #1 contender match. I don't know, Dio. Maybe we should take a step back. A step back? This is our chance to take a step forward. We have a chance to live our dream, me and you, the Fallen, as intergender tag team champions, just like we talked about when we were kids. Come on, are you with me or not? Okay, fine. We may as well. But you still need to apologize to... That's the spirit! I knew you'd come around. It is time for the Fallen to rise. Yeah, sure. Whatever you say.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, accompanied by Thea Hale at a combined weight of 469 pounds. Andre Chase and Duke Hudson Chase University.
And now, folks, we're set for some tag team action here tonight as Duke Hudson and Andre Chase of Chase University take on Joe and Mark Coffey of Gallus. Gallus with an impressive win last week against Fraxium have climbed up the ladder. If they can beat Chase University tonight, they may solidify themselves to being #1 contenders for the tag team titles. And here we go, Chase University with their pre-match warm-up. The crowd completely off their feet for Chase University.
And their opponents at a combined weight of 486 pounds, Joe Coffey and Mark Coffey Gallus.
And here comes Gallus, the team of Joe and Mark Coffey, looking to get another impressive victory here tonight. They were able to defeat Fraxium last week on Dystopia. If they can beat Chase University, they'll be well on their way to earning a first contender match, which is their ultimate goal, is to eventually work their way up to facing the Dudley Boys for the tag team titles. However, if they lose, they'll be to the back of the line, and Chase University will be the ones elevated. Also, we're going to start off with Duke Hudson and Joe Coffey here in this tag team match. And here comes a kick by Duke Hudson using that power on Joe Coffey. Joe trying to get a counter, but that's a punch, and here he is taking him down with those brutal right hands on the Duke Hudson. He comes on down with a devastating elbow drop. And now he throws Duke Hudson into the ring. Joe now tagging in Mark Coffey and Gallus going for a double team move as they both come in with a clothesline. And now we got Mark Coffey in the ring with Duke Hudson here. And look at him wrenching the head of his opponent. You can see Mark Coffey being ever so diligent, ever so calculating, coming off that second rope with a shoulder tackle on the Duke Hudson. And Duke Hudson kicking him off, going those left and right, trying his best to fight back, and now delivers a power bomb on to Mark Coffey. There he goes, Irish whip into the corner. He tags in Andre Chase, Chase University, with a double hip toss onto Mark Coffey. And what a hip toss by Coffey there. Now driving both knees into Andre Chase. He goes for those body shots. A knee to the face, taking down his opponent. Now he comes in, tagging in Joe Coffey. And he's going for the pin. 1, 2, and Andre Chase kicks out. Still, Joe Coffey staying ever so vigilant on the offensive. And here comes Andre Chase coming back, a reversal by Joe Coffey. He just took down Andre Chase using a hip toss. And here comes the tag. Mark Coffey now in the ring. Bulldog onto Andre Chase. No, sorry, Duke Hudson. Duke Hudson now the legal man in this tag team match. Andre Chase knocked out outside the ring. You can see Thea Hale back in the corner, watching intently as Chase University fights for their lives in this tag team match. Duke Hudson with a body slam on to Mark Coffey. He now has him against the ropes. And Duke Hudson thrown outside the ring over the top rope. And here comes the tag. Joe Coffey, now the legal man in this tag team match. A grapple up, belly to belly suplex. Duke Hudson down as Joe Coffey goes for the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out by Duke Hudson. Joe Coffey not letting up though, as he delivers those brutal right hands, keeping that offensive, keeping the stress onto Duke Hudson. And there's Duke Hudson with reversing with an elbow. They grapple up, and here he comes, going for a snake eyes into the turnbuckle. Mark Coffey trying to help his partner and misses, ends up hitting his own tag team partner there, giving Duke Hudson an even bigger advantage. And now Duke Hudson sizing him up. Joe Coffey reversing with a fireman's carry. He attempts a German suplex. Duke Hudson reversing. Here's a leg scissors. Amazing maneuverability for a man his size. Now tagging his partner, Andre Chase. There's Andre Chase with a huge clothesline from across the ring. Now applying the submission hold. Joe Coffey with an immediate reversal. And a drop kick by Andre Chase. Armlock takedown by Joe Coffey. These two men going move for move with each other. Here goes a ladder clothesline. Andre Chase ducks under. And a neckbreaker by Andre Chase. He goes for the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out by Joe Coffey. Here comes the lockup. And a reverse DDT by Andre Chase. Coffey getting the pin. And Andre Chase now welcoming him with a nice big old scoop body slam. They grapple up. Here comes Andre Chase now with a fisherman suplex. And what a kick by Mark Coffey, going for the pin here. Duke Hudson breaking up the count. And Mark Coffey now tagging his partner, his brother Joe Coffey, now in the ring. Andre Chase kicking him off. Clothesline right outside the ring. Amazing power by Andre Chase, now making the tag to Duke Hudson. We also have more tag team action coming on later tonight, as we just found out that tonight's main event will be The Fallen, Dio Sebastian and The Witch going up against the Wolfpack, the team of Castor Black and Amy Zero, later tonight for Brawl's main event. Well, right here in our current tag team match, we have Joe Coffey dominating Duke Hudson, having him in the corner, running across the ring with a devastating knee. Duke Hudson shaking it off, coming in with those strikes. And we're having University Pride as Duke Hudson takes him down, making his way to the top turnbuckle. High flying move, atomic elbow drop by the massive Duke Hudson. There's the Irish whip. Joe Coffey with the reversal. And now he brings Duke Hudson to the top rope. And a belly-to-belly suplex right off the top rope. That has to be 10 feet from the air. Joe now tagging in Mark Coffey. Duke Hudson with an elbow. Here comes the Irish whip. Kick by Mark Coffey. Here comes Fireman's Carry. Duke Hudson doing all he can to fight back. Goes with the Irish whip. Oh, he's got him in the ropes. And using the ropes as leverage, he attacks the leg. Mark Coffey trapped in the corner as Duke Hudson ready to charge in. Knee full force to the face. And there he is, ringing his head into the turnbuckle like a bell. Mark Coffey reversing there. And here he is, European uppercut. And here comes the pin. And Duke Hudson with the rope break. Amazing ring awareness by one half of Chase University. And Duke Hudson takes the reprieve. Takes that moment to tag in his partner Andre Chase. Andre Chase coming in completely fresh as he throws. Mark Coffey against the ropes. And Mark Coffey reversing with a clothesline. And now he's waiting for Andre Chase to get to his feet. Duke Hudson out of the equation momentarily. And he comes off the ropes. He goes for the pin. Duke Hudson getting in just in time. They'll break up the pin. There's some more elbow strikes. Now tagging in Joe Coffey. Gallus has a lot to prove in tonight's tag team match. They gotta be able to defeat Chase University if they want to climb up the ladder in the tag team division. And what a reversal by Andre Chase. Incredible ring awareness on behalf of Chase University. Will this be enough to go for the pin? 1, 2, but no. Mark Coffey able to break up the count. Andre Chase making a tag to Duke Hudson. Chase University going for their double team move. And a lariat by Chase University. Here comes the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out by Joe Coffey. Chase University nearly getting the win here. Attempts a tag. Joe Coffey with the reversal. He rolls into a pin. 1, 2, and a kick out from Duke Hudson. And here comes the tag. Mark Coffey now the legal man. Duke Hudson is down. Double axe handle. And look at that strength of Duke Hudson as he throws Mark Coffey across the ring. All that dead weight. Here comes the Irish whip. A reversal by Mark Coffey. And oh my gosh, Duke Hudson with the disrespect. 1, 2, and a rope break. Amazing ring awareness by Coffey there as he grabs the bottom rope. And he tags in Andre Chase. And here comes another Chase University lariat. Here comes the pin. 1, 2, a kick out by Mark Coffey, but barely. Andre Chase really thought he had the win right there. Here comes a kick by Andre Chase. Coffey with a spear, pushing Andre Chase into the ropes, and Andre Chase throwing him over the rope outside the ring. Mark Coffey now outside the ring, and Joe Coffey being attacked by Andre Chase. All 4 men going at it. Duke Hudson and Mark Coffey fighting outside the ring. And here comes Andre Chase, taking advantage of the distraction. Mark Coffey fighting both members of Chase University at the same time now. Here comes a Russian leg sweep by Andre Chase. He attempts to tackle him outside the ring. Mark Coffey with the reversal. And a reverse DDT by Mark Coffey. And now he makes a tag to Joe. Brother Joe now in the ring, looking to take advantage of Andre Chase's weak predicament. A lariat clothesline by Coffey there as he goes for the pin. 1, and Duke Hudson breaks up the count. And now you see Joe Coffey as he looks for Andre Chase. Shoulder tackle over the top rope. And look at him just working on the hand, damaging the hand there. He goes to the Irish whip. Andre Chase now trapped in the corner. And what an elbow. Fighting his way out. But for nothing as Joe Coffey comes in with a German suplex. Andre Chase is in a bad way right now. He needs to desperately get that tag in. He needs to get Duke Hudson into this match. Andre Chase in a bad way, being Irish whipped into the corner. And you see Joe Coffey taking his time, and it may have just cost him, giving Andre the opportunity he may have needed. It wasn't enough. And here comes Mark Coffey, once again, the legal man. And what a counter by Andre Chase, using the ropes as leverage on a net breaker. He now has Coffey into the corner. Coffey with an elbow. Open hand shot by Andre Chase. And a big boot. What an exciting tag team match this has become. Because a drop kick by Mark Coffey. Joe Coffey back in the ring. Andre Chase desperately needs that tag. And Gallus tagging in and out. Amazing teamwork from Gallus here. And there's a jawbreaker by Andre Chase, followed by a clothesline, taking Mark Coffey outside the ring. And a jawbreaker. Both members of Gallus knocked outside the ring as Andre Chase. Oh no, I think it's a mistake on Andre Chase's part. He's spending too much time chasing after both members of Gallus when he should be making a tag. He could endanger himself with a count out. We got a comment from Bowling God 74. I heard hardcore tables, ladders, and chairs. Oh my, someone called a doctor in. It's going to be one sore knife for somebody. It definitely is. We're 2 seconds away from a count out here. And we have a double count out. It's a draw between Chase University and Gallus. That was a huge tag team match, unfortunately ending by a draw. Neither team will be advancing up the ladder in the tag team division. I knew that was a huge miscalculation on Andre Chase's part. He should have made the tag. Now we have a no contest for this tag team match. However, we still have another tag team match later on tonight. For our main event, Dio Sebastian and The Witch will be going against Caster Black and Amy Zero in an intergender tag team match. That's going to be later on tonight. But still to come, a fatal four-way for the #1 contender match. The winner will be taking on Grayson Holiday for the Intercontinental Championship. That's going to be between Axiom, Benjamin Bourne, Adam Cole, and Barry Jenkins. Coming up next, don't go away, we got more hardcore action on Brawl. What you did on Dystopia was outrageous. If I had known Steve Austin was going to be my opponent, I could have squashed him. You banned my allies from ringside, and the referee overlooked every dirty move Austin made against me. I demand a rematch for my World Heavyweight title. I should be allowed to reclaim my championship in my home country of Greece. Hercules, if you are half the champion you say you are, it should not matter who is in the ring. You should have no problems winning with or without the old gods. In fact, I believe it was you who said in a microphone in front of the entire arena, I do not need the old gods. Be careful, Charles. You are playing a dangerous game. I want my title match. As long as I'm director of GTW, you will never, and I mean ever, get a world heavyweight or Grand Tour title match ever again. But since you are itching for a fight, how about you take on our European champion, Andre Armstrong, tonight? Non-title, of course. He's been wanting to hurt you for a while. I could crush you right now, Mr. Elliott. I could do the worst things possible, and you cannot punish me for it. Remember that no fire clause in my contract. The way I see it, you took my son from me. What more can you do? Ladies and gentlemen, here comes the women's champion, Rachel Rodriguez, making her way to the ring. And let's see what the women's champion has to say. Brenda Bison, you gave me one hell of a match at New Year's All-Star. You may have lost, but from one champion to the former, I respect you. You were everything you said you were, and you gave me one hell of a match. One of the best matches of my career. And I heard what you had to say on Dystopia. How you have only one regret, and that is not fulfilling your promise. I want you to know that hit me right in the heart. I understand that what that promise meant to you as a warrior. That is why I decided at the Grand Rumble, I challenge Amanda Price to compete against me for my women's championship. As champion, it is my obligation to fulfill that promise in your stead, Brenda. Amanda will have her title match. Amanda wa Joshi Tatsurachi ni Fosho Matsunaka. Amanda baka 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 baka. Baka baka baka. I literally understood nothing of what you just said. English, please. True number one contender, Yurubaka Asuka Rodriguez Grand Rumble. Didn't I already beat you? And you want more? Sorry. But just because you interfere in my matches doesn't mean you're gonna get a title shot. My mind is made up, and you, Asuka, you're just gonna have to get in the back of the line. Oh, really? Oh! And there's Asuka attacking Rachel Rodriguez. And Rodriguez with a clothesline onto Asuka. Here comes the strike combo by Rodriguez. Driving both knees into Asuka. She goes Irish whip. Spine buster by the women's champion. And Rachel Rodriguez celebrating with the crowd right now. And here comes Asuka. Drop kick. Rodriguez just dropped her guard. And now Asuka taking advantage of it. And Rodriguez fighting back. Open hand slap across Asuka. Throws her outside of the ring. And Rodriguez coming off the ropes. And she tackles Asuka outside. Here she comes. Top turnbuckle. And a moonsault right outside the ring. Asuka came out here looking to challenge the women's heavyweight champion. She came out here for a fight, and she got it. Asuka now fighting back against Rodriguez. And what's this? Asuka going for the steel chair. Rodriguez coming at her, and oh! There's Asuka nailing her in the gut. Asuka now destroying the women's champion with that steel chair. Uh-oh. It looks like she's not done yet. What's she doing to the announcer's table? There she is, bringing her up on the table. What's Asuka doing? Asuka, don't do it! She just DDT'd Rodriguez on the announcer's table. And there she is with a double stomp. I think, Asuka, you've made your point here. Uh-oh. Here she comes. Asuka with a Singapore cane in hand. And now she's just beating the death out of Rodriguez with a Singapore cane. We have security coming out, now pulling Asuka away from Rachel Rodriguez. Rachel Rodriguez has declared that her next title defense would be against Amanda Price in honor of her former opponent, Brenda Bison. And I guess Asuka did not take that too well, assaulting our women's champion. Still to come, we have our Fatal 4-Way match. Axiom versus Benjamin Bourne versus Adam Cole versus Barry Jenkins. Coming up next on Brawl.
The following is a Fatal 4-Way match. Making his way to the ring, representing Thraxium from Madrid, Spain, weighing in at 154 pounds, Axiom.
And we have a Fatal 4-Way underway. The winner will become the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Champion and will be going one-on-one with Grayson Holiday. And we have Axiom, our first competitor here tonight, who made his debut last week on Brawl against Chosen. And speaking of Chosen, here comes his trusted friend, Benjamin Bourne.
And his opponents, first from Green Bay, Wisconsin, weighing in at 231 pounds, bad boy Benjamin Bourne.
Benjamin Bourne, who has been chasing the Intercontinental Championship for over half a year now, and is looking to get another shot at Grayson Holiday by winning tonight's Fatal 4-Way match. Once again, the winner tonight will be the #1 contender for the IC title. Benjamin Bourne, not too long ago, had his shot at Grayson Holiday. He came close, but came out short of winning the title. Tonight, if he wins tonight's Fatal 4-Way match, he'll be getting a second chance.
And from Pennsylvania, weighing in at 201 pounds, Adam Cole!
And here goes Adam Cole making his way to the ring. A former AEW star. He's been making a huge name for himself in the mid-card roster here in GTW. Our third competitor in tonight's Fatal 4-Way match, and he's looking to win some Intercontinental Gold. This man is the epitome of cool as he struts his way to the ring. The crowd completely on their feet right now as this superstar graces the ring with his presence.
And from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 212 pounds, Barry Jenkins!
And here comes Sugar and Spice himself, Barry Jenkins, the final opponent in tonight's Fatal 4-Way match. And for those of you who are unaware, a Fatal 4-Way match is 4 competitors, every man for himself. There will be no disqualification and no countout. Everything will be completely legal. The first one to get either a pinfall or submission will be the winner and will face Grayson Holiday for the Intercontinental Championship. Axiom ready. Benjamin Bourne ready. Adam Cole ready. Barry Jenkins ready. Referee ready. And here's the bell. They have Benjamin Bourne and Barry Jenkins going at it as Adam Cole now goes on the offensive against Axiom. And Adam Cole immediately going for the pin on Axiom. And a kick out. Barry Jenkins with a body slam onto Benjamin Bourne. And a double high-flying move by Barry Jenkins and Axiom. Axiom now breaking up the count before Barry Jenkins could take advantage. Here comes Adam Cole going for a fireman's carry on Axiom as Benjamin Bourne works Barry Jenkins in the corner of the ring. And a kick to the midsection by Benjamin Bourne on to Adam Cole. You see Axiom under the apron, bringing in a Singapore cane, taking advantage of the no disqualification stipulation in this Fatal 4-Way match. And that, folks, is exactly why it's called a Fatal 4-Way. What these 4 men are allowed to do is anything if fatal. Axiom with a submission hold on to Adam Cole. Adam Cole fighting back, and there's Benjamin Bourne breaking up the submission. And now Benjamin Bourne trying to work on Adam Cole. Axiom, Adam Cole double teaming on Benjamin Bourne with Barry Jenkins knocked outside the ring. And it wasn't long before Axiom and Adam Cole started turning on each other. And here comes Benjamin Bourne attacking Adam Cole from behind with a neck breaker. Barry Jenkins rolling up Axiom into a pin. And Axiom kicks out. And there's a tailbuster by Barry Jenkins here in this Fatal 4-Way match. And now we see Adam Cole outside the ring, looking for a foreign object, bringing in a sledgehammer into this Fatal 4-Way match. Benjamin Bourne with the interception. And as Barry Jenkins grabbing the Singapore King out of Bourne's hand, hit him across the gut. And there's Axiom coming off the ropes. Drop kick onto Barry Jenkins as Benjamin Bourne goes for that neck breaker slam. And now Axiom going for a fisherman suplex onto Benjamin Bourne. Here comes a clothesline. Benjamin Bourne ducks under. Barry Jenkins with the elbows. Now he has Benjamin Bourne into the corner. He runs across the ring with a Superman punch. Adam Cole coming from behind, and here comes what looks like a reverse variation of an F5. And Benjamin Bourne intercepting with a Russian leg sweep. Since Adam Cole is knocked down, Benjamin Bourne working on Barry Jenkins. Adam Cole fighting back against Axiom. And what a reversal by Axiom on Adam Cole. There he comes, bringing him up for a vertical suplex. Reversal by Axiom. Off camera, I was able to see Benjamin Bourne working on Barry Jenkins with that Singapore cane. And there's Axiom with the submission on Adam Cole. Benjamin Bourne going for the pin on Barry Jenkins. 1, 2, and Axiom breaks up the count. He throws Benjamin Bourne into the corner. He has him on the top turnbuckle. It looks like Axiom is going to make Benjamin Bourne fly right here in this fatal 4-way match. Amazing! Right off the top rope. And here comes the pin. And both Barry Jenkins and Adam Cole break up the pin. The objective is the first man to gain a pinfall or submission in this match will be the winner, which will be very difficult as you'll have all eyes on you at all times. And here comes Axiom with a pin. Adam Cole with the shoulder up. Axiom now coming in with a shooting star press. He makes his way to the second rope. We have Barry Jenkins fighting Benjamin Bourne outside the ring. Axiom with a wheelbarrow DDT off the top rope on Adam Cole. And here he is, just breaking the kendo stick right over Adam Cole. And Barry Jenkins throwing Axiom outside the ring. We now have only 3 men inside. Barry Jenkins throwing Benjamin Bourne into the corner. And here's Adam Cole with a straight combination on Barry Jenkins. And now Adam Cole making his way to that top rope. Going for a high-flying move. Axiom with the same idea. A double high-flying move by Adam Cole and Axiom. Adam Cole with the arm drag onto Barry Jenkins. He throws Axiom against the ropes. Arm drag. Now outside the ring, Adam Cole attacking Axiom in the ribs with that sledgehammer. Benjamin Bourne working on Barry Jenkins, taking from the corner with a rolling fireman's carry. With Axiom, Barry Jenkins down, Benjamin Bourne going for the pin on Adam Cole. And Adam Cole kicks out. Slamming Cole's head into the turnbuckle here. Axiom coming into the ring, introducing a steel baseball bat, bringing it right between the eyes of Adam Cole, now going for the pin. 1, 2, and Adam Cole kicks out. It seems Benjamin Bourne getting a little overzealous with Barry Jenkins there. Almost forgetting to break up the count. And there's another rolling Surton by Benjamin Bourne. And a drop kick by Axiom. Going for the pin. Bourne is down. 1, 2, and a kick out by Benjamin Bourne. High flying move by Axiom. Drop kick onto Bourne. Adam Cole with a claymore onto Barry Jenkins, but Axiom breaks up the count. And there's Adam Cole throwing his elbows, escaping Axiom there. The Axiom knocked out of the ring. Benjamin goes outside to grab the sledgehammer. And look at Adam Cole working on a knee. Just to take a shot to the ribs from the sledgehammer by Benjamin Bourne. 1, 2, and Barry Jenkins at the last second breaks up the count. Axiom throwing Barry Jenkins into the corner. He has a bat in hand. Benjamin Bourne getting swept off his feet with the baseball bat. 1, 2, and he kicks out Axiom, nearly having the win. The thing about a fatal four-way match is it's complete chaos in there. Anyone could win this match. It's all about who gets the pin at the right time. The winner will be going one-on-one with Grayson Holiday for the Intercontinental Championship. And here comes the pin. Benjamin Bourne looking to take it. And Barry Jenkins kicks out. Bourne nearly had the win right there. That might have been his only opportunity to get an uninterrupted pin. And you can see that Bourne is frustrated as he brings in the steel stairs right inside the ring. And Bourne with a badass DDT. 1, 2, and there's Axiom breaking up the count. He throws Bourne against the ropes. Adam Cole now back in the ring here. Bourne thrown against the corner. Adam Cole throwing those right hands onto Axiom. And there's a body slam by Barry Jenkins, who's making his way to the second rope. Double high flying moves by Jenkins. Adam Cole, both of them going for the pin. And both Axiom and Benjamin Bourne kicked out. That would have been amazing and would have actually drawn attention of who would have won that match if they both got the 3 count there. Not often you have a double pin in a fatal 4-way match. Adam Cole now throwing Benjamin Bourne against the ropes. Axiom going on the ring, bringing out a steel chair. Adam Cole using the sledgehammer to intercept him, and now attacking Barry Jenkins. Everyone's down except for Adam Cole. He's going for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Adam Cole wins the fatal 4-way match.
Here is your winner, Adam Cole!
It's going to be Grayson Holiday versus Adam Cole for the Intercontinental Championship. An incredible win by AC Bay Adam Cole. Still to come tonight, we have Hercules going one-on-one with Andre Armstrong in a non-title match coming up next. And still, our main event, The Fallen versus the Wolfpack in an intergender tag team match. Theo Sebastian and The Witch about to see tag team action tonight against Castor Black and Amy Zero. That's all still to come here on Wednesday Night Brawl, so don't go away. We'll be back after a quick break. Steven, are you okay? I heard what Dio did to you. Well, he is your boyfriend. Steve, just so you know, I'm not okay with what he did. I'm going to go talk to him. Witch is going to go talk some sense into him, so don't worry about it. You should focus on your title match in Greece. I'll be fine. You know I still care about you, right? Honestly, Amanda, I don't even know who my friends are anymore. Steve, Happy New Year's, Amanda. Welcome back, everyone. We just had a quick exchange backstage between Steven Dynamite and Amanda Price. And it seems Dynamite's stance is pretty clear. He's not even sure who his friends are anymore. And I can't blame him. First, the betrayal in the hands of Damian Maximus. And then by one of his closest friends, if not his best friend, Dio Sebastian, who attacked him at New Year's All-Star for simply being there for his little sister, the witch. And I gotta wonder how that's gonna play into things in tonight's main event, where Dio Sebastian and the Witch will be teaming up against Castor Black and Amy Zero. But for our next match, Hercules is now to be going one-on-one with Andre Armstrong. The European Championship is not on the line. This is straight up Charles Elliott looking to punish Hercules further. Ladies and gentlemen, Hercules versus Andre Armstrong coming up next on BRAWL.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, representing the Old Gods from Athens, Greece. Weighing in at 341 pounds, the mighty, unbreakable, indestructible Hercules!
And as you can see, this time the Old Gods not barred from ringside, as he's bringing Amber Charlotte, the Warrior Princess, as his backup here tonight. Hercules losing with a devastating loss on Saturday night's Dystopia in the hands of the Texas Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and thus losing any chance he had of getting his rematch against Jon Moxley for the World Heavyweight title at the Grand Rumble. And when he protested, Charles Elliott decided to give him a singles match here tonight to help him work out his aggression, so to speak. However, his opponent will be Andre Armstrong. The last time those two men in the ring, Andre Armstrong nearly defeated Hercules. And I can see that Andre Armstrong has not let go of his grudge against what many claim to be a false god. And the Russian Gladiator looking to get a rematch against Hercules here tonight. You can hear the boos throughout the arena. Hercules, now more than ever, looking like the false god that everyone claims he is. There's no title on the line. It's all about grudges. This is about both men working out their aggression and grievances.
And his opponent from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 264 pounds, the European champion, the Russian gladiator, Andre Armstrong.
And here comes the Russian Gladiator, Andre Armstrong, making his way to the ring for his one-on-one bout against the mighty Hercules. Once again, the European Championship will not be on the line in what is to be called a grudge match between these two men. I'm sure Hercules has a lot of aggression he needs to work off after his humiliating defeat in the hands of Stone Cold Steve Austin at Dystopia's main event. And Andre Armstrong still never got his receipt, still never was able to make Hercules pay for what he did to Brenda Bison months ago, taking her out of action, causing her to lose the Women's Championship, and has never made the Old Gods pay for making himself lose the intergender tag team title. And we're all set as Andre Armstrong about to go one-on-one Hercules, opening with a clothesline, taking down this giant. And you see Andre Armstrong has prepared for this match. He knows that Hercules is much bigger than him, and he's going to rely on his technical prowess to keep on the ground. You keep Hercules on the ground, you keep the advantage. And there's Amber Charlotte immediately distracting Andre Armstrong, allowing Hercules to roll him up into a pin, and an immediate kick out and reversal by Andre Armstrong. And there's Hercules with a kick out. And you see Andre Armstrong working on the arm of this 345-pound brick of muscle, Hercules, now kicking Andre Armstrong onto the ring mat. And you see Hercules throwing all his body weight into those kicks, trying to break the hand of our European champion, Andre Armstrong. And here comes the grapple between these two men. This is where Hercules' size and power comes into play. And Andre Armstrong using his momentum to slip him into a headlock. A very smart maneuver by the Russian Gladiator. And here's Hercules with a reversal with an arm lock onto Andre Armstrong. And what a reversal by Andre, now putting Hercules into a submission. This is some very smart wrestling by Andre Armstrong here. This is the second time being in the ring with Hercules, and it seems he's learned a lot since the last time these two have shown off. And there's Andre Armstrong with a European uppercut taking this giant down. Andre now at the Irish Whip, throwing Hercules outside the ring. And you see Andre Armstrong wondering if he should go after him, and he does. He now meets Hercules outside the ring. They say about winning or losing, the title's on the line. He's looking to punish Hercules as he stepped right on his groin. Hercules being destroyed here by the Russian Gladiator. And you can see that Hercules is just not fighting right. He's just not himself in this match right now. He's got both Jon Moxley. He's got both Jon Moxley and Stone Cold Steve Austin in his head. There goes the grapple. Hercules with an Irish whip. Tilt-a-whirl slam by the mighty God. And look at that size and power of Hercules. Reversal by Andre Armstrong. And there's Amber Charlotte in the background exposing the turnbuckle, taking off the padding. No doubt, secretly trying to give Hercules an advantage. Amazing counter by Andre Armstrong, getting out the vice grip. And a powerbomb into a pin. 1, 2, a kick out by Hercules. Here comes Andre Armstrong for a clothesline. Hercules sees it coming. He reverses into a fireman's carry. And the huge right hand by Hercules. The referee now seeing the exposed turnbuckle, doing his job to put on the padding. Hercules with the spear. And there's no referee. Hercules, 1, 2. He definitely had at least a 3 count there. But the referee distracted because of Amber Charlotte trying to give Hercules the advantage to begin with. It seems the old God's plan has just backfired. And what is Amber Charlotte doing? She once again going for that turnbuckle. The referee once again has his back turned. This time working in Hercules' favor. And again, Hercules goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was a 4 count. And once again, Amber Charlotte trying to give Hercules the advantage has just caused Hercules a win. The second time in a row, the old God's plan has backfired. As Hercules slamming Andre head into the top turnbuckle there. And look at him choking out. You can see how frustrated the mighty God is. He could have beaten Andre Armstrong 2 times in this match. And here's Hercules outside the ring. What's he planning to do here? And whoa, what a move by Hercules. A drop kick right onto the ring apron. Basically using a guillotine on Andre Armstrong, and here comes the God Spear. Hercules with his finishing move, the God Spear on Andre Armstrong, and here comes the pin. 1, 2, and a shoulder up by Andre Armstrong. And I don't think Hercules is able to believe it. First he gets out of the guillotine, and then the God Spear. And Andre Armstrong with a comeback, throwing Hercules against the ropes. And a big boot by Andre Armstrong. Andre against the ropes. Light drop by the Russian Gladiator. The European champion dominating Hercules, and here comes Hercules fighting back with a right hand. A reversal by Andre, clothesline. And here goes Andre Armstrong, making his way to the top rope. High flying move, frog splash onto the mighty God. 1, 2, and Hercules kicks out. And now Andre sizing him up. It looks like he's going for his finishing move. The Soviet bomb by Andre Armstrong. And another kick out by Hercules. There's a reversal by Hercules, kicking the back of the leg of Andre. And here it comes. Oh, it looks like he terraformed the neckbreaker into a clothesline and setting him up. Hercules with a fireman's carry. And there he is, smashing the top of his head into the top turnbuckle. Hercules now choking Andre Armstrong with the bottom of his boot, the heel of his boot there. He throws Andre against the ropes. Spear by Hercules. It's a 1, 2, 3. Hercules with the win. And there's Amber Charlotte throwing Hercules a steel chair. The old gods scaring off the ref. And Hercules, oh, and here comes Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter. Andre Armstrong's former substitute tag team partner coming to his rescue. The old gods were about to execute Andre Armstrong there, but thanks to Jamie Hayter coming to his aid, Andre Armstrong now lives to see another day. It's an exciting night, but it's all coming to an end. Coming up next, folks, we have tonight's main event for GTW Brawl. Dio and The Witch of the Fallen taking on Castor Black and Amy Zero of the Wolfpack, coming up next after a quick break. Welcome back, everyone. It's time for tonight's main event. The Witch and Dio Sebastian versus Castor Black and Amy Zero. The Fallen versus the Wolfpack in intergender tag team action right here for our main event of GTW Brawl. And what's this? The Witch was about to start things off and Dio just tagged himself in. That was quite a move. We were starting off with Castor Black and the Witch. Dio tagging himself in the very beginning of the match, much to the Witch's surprise there. And here's a sidewalk slam by Castor Black onto Dio Sebastian. The motivations of both teams are clear. They are both here to chase after the intergender tag team champions, the Olympians, Damian Maximus and Rebecca Troy. Rebecca Troy, who is temporarily out of action after suffering injuries in the hands of the Witch back at New Year's All-Star in what was a grueling 1-hour underground match. Now we have Amy Zero in the ring with Dio Sebastian. I should really say Dio Sebastian's motivations are clear in this tag team match. It seems the Witch is really going along the ride and right now does not look all too happy with her brother Dio after he tagged himself in the beginning of this match. And there's Amy Zero throwing Dio into the corner. And Dio with a reversal on Amy Zero. And here he is slamming her head onto the top turnbuckle. Castor Black looking for the pin. And here comes Castor Black with a backhand on Dio Sebastian. He throws him into the corner. And look at that size and power of the King, Castor Black, as he throws Dio Sebastian across the ring. And there's a choke slam by Castor Black as he finally makes the tag to the Witch. And the Witch screams up the ropes but misses her target. You can tell both the Witch and Dio Sebastian are completely off their game right now as Castor Black delivers a devastating forward slam to the Witch, now tagging in Amy Zero. And as the Witch with her Hurricanrana on Amy Zero, finally gaining some offense in this tag team match. Now the Witch has Amy Zero against the ropes. She comes off. And amazing athleticism by the Witch as she uses that Hurricanrana on Amy Zero. Now going for the pin. One. And a kick out by Amy Zero. And you can definitely see the Witch is completely off her game. Her head is not in this match tonight. She's missing her targets, slipping up her moves, and Amy Zero now with the advantage over the girl from Salem. Here comes a kick to midsection, DDT by the Witch. Here she comes with those right hands. You can see she's starting to get angry. She was smart. She would take this opportunity to tag in her brother Dio, but it seems she's refusing to even acknowledge his help as she comes in with a flying Hurricanrana. Which looking to win this match on her own at this moment. And she goes for a shooting star press. Amy Zero with the knees up. Amy Zero throwing the Witch against the ropes. And here comes a body slam. Here goes the pin. One. And the Witch immediately kicks out. Castor Black with a hit from behind, giving Amy Zero the advantage. The Witch with a quick counter though. Neckbreaker by the Witch. An amazing high-risk maneuver by the Witch. Now going for the pin. And Castor Black immediately breaks up the count. There's a face buster by the Witch. Finally, the Witch tagging in Dio. Dio now going to be able to utilize his size and power over the weakened Amy Zero. And Amy Zero with an elbow strike followed by a spear, taking down Dio Sebastian. And whether Dio wants to admit it or not, his head might not be in the match almost as much as his sister. Amy Zero now tagging in. Castor Black, the Wolf Pack, throwing Dio against the ropes, and a double elbow takedown. There's Castor Black with a flying elbow. I think he might have just hurt himself just as much as he damaged Dio there. And again, the king of the Wolfpack, Castor Black, with that size and power, completely overwhelming Dio Sebastian in his tag team match. And there's a frog splash by Castor Black. 1, 2, and the Witch makes the save and might have just accidentally knocked the ref at the same time. And that's what I'm talking about. The Witch did make the save, but that was completely sloppy. Now there's no official in this match. Amy Zero, the legal woman, in this intergender tag team match. Facebuster onto Dio Sebastian. And now she's sizing them up. Amy Zero is looking for the finisher. And there's Amy Zero with the Riptide. The referee finally stirring. Castor Black, the legal man, as he goes for the pin. 1. And a kick out by Dio Sebastian. And comes a kick by Dio. Strong left and right hand. And a headbutt by Dio. And a huge power slam by Sebastian. Finally gained some momentum in tonight's main event match. Castor Black ducks under. German suplex. And you can hear the impact, the arena, the entire arena shaking from that huge slam. Dio now in the corner. He throws an elbow, stopping Castor Black from making the tag. And Dio with the end of days. 1, 2, but Amy Zero breaks up the count. Dio nearly having the match won there, hitting the end of days on Castor Black, but Amy Zero making the save, and this match continues. The Witch now tagged in as the legal woman. And here goes the Witch throwing Castor Black, and here she goes with the Witch's curse, followed by an Irish whip. Dio has to hold still, and the Witch accidentally knocks out Dio. The Witch and Castor Black going back and forth. Dio knocked outside the ring. And Dio attempted opposing Castor Black has just hit the Witch. The Fallen is completely falling apart in this tag team match. First the Witch trying to attack Castor Black, ends up knocking her brother outside the ring. Dio trying to go for that clothesline, misses and takes down the Witch. The Fallen are completely out of sync here. There's Castor Black with a clothesline, taking down the Witch. He's looking to wrap this up, finish his match. Dio knocked outside the ring. This is his opportunity. And a huge powerbomb by Castor Black. He makes a tag to Amy Zero, no doubt ready to finish this match off. And look at Dio, he desperately wants to get in there. The Witch coming off the ropes. Wheelbarrow Bulldog. What a reversal by the Witch. You may have just saved yourself there. Here comes the pin. 1, 2, a kick out by Amy Zero. And the Witch with an amazing roll-up. Dropkick to the side temple. Amy Zero, the Witch, doing everything she can to try and get back into this match. She throws Amy Zero into the ropes. And she makes a tag to Dio. The Fallen finally getting their footing back together as they do an Irish whip. Double hit toss by the Fallen. There's Amy Zero rolling outside the ring. Dio in pursuit. There's a jawbuster by Dio. We're more than halfway through the countout. Dio needs to get back in the ring if he wants to win this match. Dio's getting a little too confident, spending too much time. And a double countout. Dio completely getting too confident there, and it's just cost himself the match. I don't know what's going through the heads of Dio, Sebastian, and the Witch. But this could have been an amazing opportunity for both of them to elevate for the intergender tag team titles. And they just could not get it together. Dio Sebastian getting too confident outside the ring, getting himself and Amy Zero both counted out. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you watching these amazing shows live on Twitch, don't forget to follow here at Infinite Fantasy If. You can check out my art content and illustrations on the Infinite Fantasy If Instagram. And for those of you who watch all my content on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And as always, may your fantasies be infinite.